Hello folks, welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. As always, of course, I'm Falcon, your host. And I've gone ahead and decided I was going to do this Sacrificial Bloodlines quest. Where we have to take the baby and sacrifice it. I would really love not to do that, but unfortunately, I don't have the stats, not even close to having the stats that we need to be able to just outright do it. Sucks, but I don't really have a choice to be able to trick the guy into drinking the poison. I just don't have the stats for it. Although, I suppose now I might actually be able to. Your father was a soulless beast, but you hoped you would choose something differently. Actually, I was gonna take her someplace safe. Not a chance, Eskermore. Well, that was a poor decision on your part, dude, because you're just gonna die now. You really shouldn't have tried to fight us. I understand your reasoning. You're trying to protect the child, and I appreciate it. I even agree with it. Because as previously mentioned, I really don't want to do this quest this way. Unfortunately for you,
Hey.
The game has not given me too hell of a lot in the way of choice on this particular instant. Ooh, a psychic backlash. Interesting. Lilros. Okay, so shut down these guys. It's one of those. Let's move you guys. No, you were not told to attack, you idiot. What are you doing? Okay, just get the backlash going on both of them. Gonna end very, very badly for you guys. Will end horribly for everyone involved, trust me. And there we go. Very easily just wiped the floor with all of you. Another exceptional hatchet. I don't really know why they use such weapons as those, because they're really not that good. Okay, all the rest of that was junk.
I shall.
Let's really quick travel down here. Well, yeah, actually, yes. I would still kind of like to end this the other way. End this without killing the kid, even though we just killed the son, unfortunately, because didn't give us much choice. So I don't know if this will actually work or not. I don't know if this even can work at this point, because we've taken the kid. I can still trick him into drinking the poison.
Hail
apparently.
and well met.
Alright, give me what you have to say for sale. Actually, care about No. Ooh, camping supplies. All of those. Give me all of them. Then we need this. Wait. Yeah.
Have a moment to talk.
Oh?
Yeah. Okay, let's do that real
A
quick.
deer in the middle of Air Glonfa, but I'm glad I can bring this success back to Masuk. And perhaps Persak will return to us one day because of it.
Think Masuk will remember you the way they remember Prasak? Be nice to know I made a difference and to get the first choice of caribou flank during festival
To be
time.
honest, the biggest relief is knowing that my journey was worthwhile. That finding Persak and carrying our village's story to him will strengthen our community and return his soul to us. I'm looking forward to being back in Masuk among my family and my people. But more than anything, I'm glad to finally understand the purpose behind these last 5 years. What do you think? Do you feel as though you understand the purpose behind your hunt for Theos?
I need to fix the evil he's perpetrated on the Deerwood.
That would bring hope to many people, Watcher. Anyway, Theos isn't getting any closer. I suppose we'd better...
Okay, let's go. Now you want to talk to me. I have questions I wanted to ask you.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
I had another vision of you, one of the symbols on your staff. It was dying.
You see many things that aren't there, Watcher. Perhaps the symbol was for your disappearing sanity, and we are to bid it farewell while you still have the wits to grieve for it.
I saw a symbol with 12 circles. What does it represent?
That symbol? The Godhammer.
That it was the Godhammer symbol I saw extinguished on your staff.
No riddle there, Watcher. It took 12 of us to build the Godhammer. Afterward, I took my leave of all of them to see what Margren had in store for me. I've seen none of them since.
Sure there isn't more to that story?
Your kind has a way of interpreting its visions to fit the version of the truth you like best. But Margren's flame leaves no room for interpretation. Waste the time of others with your distortions and your fever dreams.
Flames distort all that lies around them, and you never seem to be far from a flame. Flames may leave no doubt as to what or where they are, but why they are is anyone's guess. Not when my truth is more... what or where they are, but why they are is anyone's guess.
It's always the way of the mad to try to convince others of a reality only they can see. But when your doctrine's the truth, it requires no convincing, only an opening of the eyes. I would purify you, Watcher, if I thought it would help. The cost of troubling me seems to worry you little.
Continue to journey with Durance. Even though he continues to tell us little to nothing about what we want to know about him. But, oh well. Now this episode, folks, might actually be a little bit shorter than some of the other ones, legitimately, because I am actually going to... We have a little less to do this time than we've had to do with the previous episodes. So I am going to try and make this a little bit faster. Now, we can come into here and we can go into crafting, we can go to food. And I can make this, which will add resolve. I can make a bunch of this. In fact, we're going to make as many of these as we can make. And I need to find more vegetables, apparently. So yeah, we're gonna make a bunch of those, because those are very, very powerful in and of themselves, and they'll be great for the final fight, and for any other really, really obnoxious fights that we come across. What was the meat at? What does the meat by itself do? Adds the resolve and might. Cool. Okay, so I can actually hold off on eating one of the meals and just eat a piece of the meat. It'll give me the resolve that I need to convince him to drink the poison, which is my preferred option. Because I really would, I would really rather not kill the kid. So if I can manage to do this without having everybody freak the hell out, let's do that, shall we? Okay. We're gonna go in here, we're gonna talk to him, we're gonna give him the poison, and I'm going to try and use... I'm going to try and convince him. Alright, so I think I needed... We need to go into here. I need to take this armor and enchant it with Resolve. Yeah. Enchant that with a Resolve. Give that out to here and put this on instead of the armor that you're wearing. For the time being, let's give that to him for right now. I want to make sure I don't forget about it, but I don't want to actively use it right now either.
Oh?
Okay, so that gets me to 15 Resolve. Eat one of these. Gives me to 18 Resolve, and I think 18 is enough. I think. And I hope so. I think we need Intellect up too, because I think the later one can be done with Resolve, but I don't think the first one can. I think I needed to find out what the, what is it that gives us Intellect to? I think I have one that gives me a Perception, Intellect. Right now I'm at 15. Let's see. Have any equipment that adds intellect? Intellect +1. Oh, I had a Rain of Resolve. Shit. Crap, hold on, go back. What do these rains do? Yeah, I should have been using this the whole time. Instead of making this armor. Crap, okay, well we need to reload then. I think the quick save was before I did the enchanting. I didn't know I had that ring. That ring makes that so much easier because I don't have to waste a diamond to enchant that armor with something which I may not ever actually need. Something that may not ever actually be of any use to me. We can maintain the intellect bonus from the armor. Give this over to you. Swipe the resolve from him and give that to you. That to you for now. And all I have to do then is just eat the one piece of meat. And that should give me the resolve that I need to do this, and we should also be able to get the intellect that I need to do this too. Relatively easily. Oh, there was another piece of food that I needed for the intellect part. What was it? The, Cedar casserole, yeah.
Oh?
Okay, so we need that. And we need one of these.
Hmm?
And we run up here. And we talk to Samok. Give him the poison. Shit. 19 intellect. Crap, man. How the hell are you supposed to get 19 intellect? Okay, so I'm at 18 with those 2 food things. With the 2 pieces of food, I can hit 18. So if I can find a piece of equipment that gives me +2 intellect. But it has to be +2 intellect. Less than that will not cut it. Perception. Light. Okay, so we can come into here, I think, and we can... Oh. Oh, you can't... Okay, so... You know what, since I found that ring, I do want intellect on my armor, so let's actually go ahead and enchant this one with +2 intellect. That we can do. No problem. Let's give this one +2 intellect. We'll just swap these out. These are direct upgrades. Okay, so that gives me 17 intellect. We'll have 18 intellect once I eat the food. Boom. And boom. Didn't work. And boom. Eat the fucking food, please. Thank you. And 19 and 18. There we go. So between the bonus, the resting bonus, which adds resolve, constitution, and might, and the food bonuses there, I should have what I need. Give him that. Give him the intellect. You're being paranoid because you're nervous about the deed. Fuck, man! Oh. I don't know. I don't know. This is impossible then. It's literally not possible to do this quest for me. At least not without killing everybody in the room anyway. All right, fine. We'll just go kill the kid because this is getting too expensive and getting too just obnoxious. Since it doesn't seem to be possible for me to accomplish this quest.
Yes.
It's literally just not. I can't. Literally not conceivable to accomplish this quest, apparently. So I'm going to simply have to just run with what we got.
Yes.
Really annoying. Really, really annoying. But oh well, I suppose. the Glenfathan city here is
Certainly.
going to have a good deal less people in it by the time I'm done. Though, because we're about to wipe out all the people in Blood Sands. We wiped out all the people in the one place in Old Son. And we're gonna wipe out all the people at the Golden Grove, too. Actually, let's go to Golden Grove first.
Hey,
Okay, so I'll put you up there. Put you there.
Tell me.
Position her down here.
Point the way.
Position you over there. You on either side of that person.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Oh?
Many blessings, traveler.
What?
Indeed. Many blessings, traveler.
Irona. Where is Irona? Okay, I'm confused. Oh, Elmshore. Okay, so she's not even here. The other dude is, though. See, I thought Irona was the person we bought the poison from, but no. Apparently not. Ooh. Finish some construction, so let's get the library built. I have so much money now, it's kind of ridiculous. I'm gonna have to do a, before I do the final battle, I'm gonna have to go around and try and buy all the crafting materials that I can find for crafting the really important stuff. Yeah, these people are just nasty, so I don't really care about wiping these guys out, to be honest with you. Alon. Oh, not you. You're Garost. Okay, I'm gonna guess that we have to go up here. Fire sacrifice chamber.
hey,
Okay, so put you,
I'm ready.
you,
Oh?
get the others
What?
up here.
Oh?
Alright, hail Estrabor.
no one comes to Blood Sands without a purpose. What is yours? I am the Archdruid.
About here. What about your sacrifices? Paint. Ovates. Bundle it further. Who the hell are we supposed to talk to here? Word, I'm gonna guess, although I'm not at all certain. I'm gonna guess the Werda is the dude down here, the one who sells the potion stuff. Yeah. What do you have for sale? Bunch of potions. Alright, so bulwark against the elements. Alright, got quite a few of those. Few of those, bunch of those. Very few of these. How many war paints do I have? 6. We have 6 of the ones that I am most interested in already. Which is enough for everybody in the party, but you know what? I have so much money at this point that I should probably just go ahead and just buy the stuff. Go ahead and buy all of the potions that I want. Okay, so I brought a child. Precious little thing, her soul shall return fit to lead thousands. Here's down the hall. Return that to Simok and instruct him and adjust it before his next attempt at copulation. This formula will strengthen him in his issue. May the sacrifice be an asset to all the tribes. Shit. Oh, and the mother left. Crap. Crap. Okay, well, we can't do that then. Because I can't have her leave. Cannot have her leave. Now, I wonder if she's not in the party, if she's back home when I do that. I wonder if she will still leave. Oh well. I think we're just not going to be able to do that quest one way or the other, because I don't want to kill the kid. And especially if it costs us the grieving mother. And
Oh?
apparently
Que?
there isn't a whole lot of other options, so...
Your thoughts must flow deeply in.
I'm here.
Alright, so this dude, we're just gonna kick his ass. Hey,
No
Lester
one
Moore.
comes to Blood Sands without a purpose.
Beareth believes
What
it's time
is-
you paid your dues.
Since
That's why
when
I'm
do the
here.
gods send?
Since right about now. Okay, so let's throw out all of the damage dealing stuff that we can. Crush down on them. Shut those guys down as best you all can. Okay, he's got a ton of people hitting him over here, so he's going to need some help. Help that you might be able to provide in the form of a good old-fashioned spell to the face. No, because you're on different levels than them, it doesn't seem you can actually do what I would like you to do there. At least not correctly, anyway. Okay, convert that chanter to our side for a moment. Go ahead and do that real quick. Well, you're dead. I don't even know what the hell happened there, but You did. Okay, that converts all of them to our side momentarily. Hopefully that moment is going to be sufficient. What are you all doing? Are you doing something useful? Don't seem like you are. Alright, well, that was pretty easy. New weapon. And besides that, basically junk. Also, pretty much junk. And I'm sure probably also junk. Yeah, junk. Okay, well, now we have a problem, because now we have to fight our way out of this place. Well, you didn't last long. You didn't last long either. Oh, what the hell is all that? And you just exploded. Oops, I don't even know what I just picked up. Almost certainly junk though, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I highly doubt any of that was actually useful. Well, their little sacrificial cult of bullshit is going to simply be wiped out now, I suppose. So, guess what, guys? You're all dead. Oh shit. Major incoming. Alright, let's throw this down over on this guy. Do around this corner here. Oh, shit. No. He moved. Did not want him to move. Want him to stay where he was. Crap. That guy moving has actually messed me up now. Not too badly, I don't think. Not at the end of the day, but definitely messed me up, though. Yeah, I think I can pull you back safely. That'll slice through a bunch of them and cut them down really good. For me. And you might even be able to cast another one. Oh, no. Not yet, anyway. A moment, perhaps, but not just this moment. Not right yet. There, kill that guy before he gives us too much difficulty.
Yes.
That was actually a more difficult fight than the boss was, which is kind of funny, but... Ooh, look at all that stuff. So much stuff. So much
Certainly.
stuff, it's just silly. Now, I wonder if what's-his-face, Wordra, or whatever the hell his name is going to be aggressive toward me, too. One would think, but who knows? Well, you all didn't last long. Not really that surprising. Nice. So that one spell pretty effectively just ended their entire course there. Is basically what you tell me. Oh, I don't want any. Oh, really, dude. Don't want any. What's his face died so quick he never even had time to realize he was dying. He was just dead. Well, we have pretty effectively sliced through their entire...
I
group.
shall.
Without any real significant difficulty either. Might as well wipe the rest of them out. No sense in leaving the place only half secured. Now I wonder, is what's-his-face still an enemy to us too? Was he the only one who's going to still be friendly? Somehow I doubt. I expect he's... oh no. He is friendly. Interesting. I'll say somehow I doubt he's going to be friendly to us, but apparently he is. Strange as that is.
Dead on!
You are a poorly equipped spellcaster, basically, attempting to engage a army of badasses in melee combat. This is clearly going to go poorly for you, and yet you continue to do it. Hey. And then you wonder why you die so quickly. Well, that Earthblight took some punishment.
Certainly.
What if their entire group had to be wiped out just to kill the one dude? What if the god of life and death realized that was what was going to happen? With the screams of the others and smelled the blood in the air. Grim irony that the Ithic Knoll should perish alongside a memory millennia sacrifices you're doing. Come to finish an old blind woman too, or have you other business? I guess because she's a quest person for another... it doesn't look like it affected our influence. Never mind that we just wiped out their entire faction. Dude, you just killed 2 people in 1 hit. That was impressive. Plus, those guys looked like they were unarmed and barely armored, and basically, yeah, they shouldn't have been fighting us in the first place. They should have turned and ran screaming away, basically, when the moment they saw us coming, but they didn't. So they died. Okay, well, I don't know if I'm even going to try and finish that quest then, because I really can't. Like, I guess I could go in there and wipe out the entire group. I suppose.
This elder of yours, he may have returned a drunk or an invalid.
Maybe, but the search for Persoc is just as important as what.
That's
And what if you return empty-handed,
that's kind of broken there because
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
we know where Persoc was, and we already found him and talked to him. Okay, so apparently What's-Her-Face goes to Elmshore, so we have to go wander around in Elmshore until we find the person we're looking for the other part of that quest. So we blew up and wiped out the blood-sacrificing people. Not exactly going to say that I'm broken up about that outcome, as I'd be lying. Okay, I don't know where. Oh, maybe she's out here. Yeah, she's probably out here. In fact, I'm almost 100% certain that's going to be where she is. Yep. An elf stands in a dais in the middle of a clearing. The ground is blanketed with leaves in various shades of russet and gold. Her eyes are closed and her arms folded in front of her. A curtain of autumnal yellow hair hangs in front of her face. As you draw near, she lifts her chin and looks at you with shifting hazel
Greetings,
eyes.
Estremor. You are among the Ovates of the Golden Grove.
And you
High
are.
Ovate, an ancient elm among poles and saplings. We have taken root in the same soil, and the others grow in my shade. Their roots nourish my soil. My branches give them shelter. Together, we grow.
Your message turns like an eddy in the stream, Estremor. Speak the questions on your soul. I'd like to know more about the Ovates.
Like the leaves of a tree, we are many sharing one source, one purpose. Living or dying, we nourish one another. The truths of the soul and of the body are written on every blade of grass and sung by every creature under the sun. We learn these truths and sing them back.
Ours not the songs of the gods, but of Weretha. That is why many of our numbers study the discourse of herbs and inhabit the skin of beasts. The druids. Are you familiar with the Ethic Knoll? A swarm of maggots in a dead songbird, worms hollowing a mighty spruce. They celebrate the withering of life rather than its budding. They seize strength from others instead of accepting what Weretha freely gives. Take pride in the independence. The gods, yet their leaders demand an even greater sacrifice. Death for life, strength from the spirit, from the spent essence of their petitioners. The Ethic Knoll offer another kind of servitude and one to kith whose souls have long since rotted. They should save lives, not end them. On this we agree. Speak plainly. The words of my lips are the language of the stream, cleaving stones, and the wind guiding seeds. If you do not understand, it is because the tongues of kith have deafened you. Let's take my leave. Let's take my leave
Gwen?
because we're going to position our people such that we can engage you without
Hey,
any undue difficulties. We'll also go ahead and
Lavaru, Bion, seek!
What is a god that his voice should carry so far? And what are you that you should so eagerly obey? The gods only have dominion over what we seed, and you would cede matters of life and death to them.
God set the rules and let us do as we will. That is merely a test, and only a fool thinks he has been ceded anything. You do what your God wants, or you face the fire. This woman is about to become an example. Are you any different? You've extended your life beyond its natural spin. Through work and wisdom, the greater the tree, the more fruit it may yield. There are many vines climbing an ancient elm in the sunlight. My growth sustains them. Should our harmony fall prey to a god's jealousy? The growth stunts theirs. They learn nothing apart from you. This is what you demand of the other Ovates. You're no different than the Ethnic Knoll or the gods. Storm of protest brews behind her color-shifting eyes. She says nothing for several seconds, but you finally see the fury slowly drain from her face as her eyes fade to the brown of dead leaves. Finally, Arona lowers her head. Your words carry truth and shame. But it was never my desire to diminish my followers, but I can see where perhaps my roots left no room for them to grow. Very well. My season has ended. Then let me pass with it. As she closes her eyes, the warmth and color drain from her body. Her breathing slows, her ashen hair, skin stiffening with a dull patina. When the last sigh that leaves her lungs, cracks carve their way across her flesh, dividing it into hardened ridges. Within seconds, she is petrified. Her bark-encrusted face turned toward the Ovates below the dais. Oh, so we got out of a fight there because we talked her into basically killing herself for us.
Oh?
The only problem with that is we don't get any loot out of it. But it gained a reputation with the Ovates and with Ethnic Knoll. For somehow we got reputation with Ethnic Knoll, even though we wiped out Ethnic Knoll. Ethnic Knoll no longer exists, except for the one chick who's old, blind, and basically worthless for most intents and purposes. And yet somehow she is the only one who still lives. Okay, so we have accomplished all of our tasks for the gods. It's time we return to them and turn in these tasks. And then, next episode, we will go do something else. We will not be proceeding on to the final area, though. That will be the last thing that I do. So first I'll probably go back to the city, and I'll probably try and find out, Alright, so what do we got here? Hylia. You kneel. While you pray, you feel the space around your body shift and melt, and you find yourself in the vision of the mountaintop temple. Yet you see neither worshippers nor a dragon, but a tree. Its limbs wrap around the perimeter of the temple, tapering into twigs and branches of all sizes and angles. They seem too long and too numerous to be held up by the meager trunk, but they hold steady in the breeze. A single sparrow lands on the nearest branch. It watches you. Whistle to it. You whistle the first tune that pops into your head. The sparrow blinks its beady eyes and hops closer to you along the branch. It bobs its tiny head and opens its beak, and the rich, trilling melody that spells forth is the song of a chorus of birds. A massive flock descends with a thundering of wings and whooping, screeching, chirping calls. They fill the boughs of the tree by the thousands, birds of every shape, size, and color nestling next to one another. To be honest, I really can't stand birds. A breeze ripples through the air, the limbs sway, creaking with a strange, gentle rhythm. A few hundred of the birds flit from their branches, forming a brilliantly variegated flock in front of the tree. As they meet and swoop in unison, you catch a glimpse of someone looking back at you, cloaked by the flurry of feathers. Watcher, I believe we stand in the legendary court of birds. Feel a presence, warmth, and hope.
You journeyed to my temple and rid it of the dragon. Now my faithful may return, singing their joy to the skies and praising me through their creation.
Life is creation and celebration. I'm glad to have served you in this. The breeze blows through the tree, a dove tucks its head into its feathers and watches
Glad
you.
because you seek to protect life, or because you seek a patron. And yet you have proven yourself with this task. I would tell you of another.
I'm listening. The birds return to the trees and nestle among their peers. The breeze ripples through the branches again, carrying the goddess's
You must
voice.
stop Theos, and you must undo the tragedy he has wrought.
There is a way, Watcher. There is hope yet. Theos acts but is moved by another. The exiled queen whispers in his ear, urges him to rob the living and the unborn of their souls for her benefit, and he has obeyed. She will consume them, grow powerful while 1,000 empty children are born, but there is still time to reverse this tragedy. Why would Wotica do this? Because she prizes authority over mercy, laws over kith. She values the souls of mortals not for the beauty they create, but for what they can add to her power. She fears animancy. She believes that mortals may use it to usurp the god's power, her power. She cares nothing for the innovation of kith, and how could she? She gives commands, not inspiration. How can I return things the way they were? Guide the trapped souls back to the bodies they were stolen from, hollow-born children whose eyes have never seen the sun. For long years, let their wounds be healed, their tears dried. You could restore them, give their families hymns of joy after years of lament. Peace and restoration give purpose to suffering. There's no meaning, no redemption in pain that does not lead to fulfillment. Symmetry demands that great rejoicing shall follow suffering such as this. Not sure it's possible to truly undo the harm. Thank you, Hylia. I will continue your
When
sun
you
and
reach
shadows.
the burial isle, you will find souls there that I have granted reprieve for their sins. I give these to you, for only they can bear you to safety on your journey down. And when you face Theos and the rotting fruits of his endeavors, remember the conversation we have had. In that moment, you will have power rivaling a god's. And after it, you will live in the world that you have chosen. Choose Restoration, Watcher. Return the souls to the bodies they were stolen from. Swear to me that you will do this, and I shall give you power to make even Woodica quake. I can be merciful and terrible, Watcher.
Watches, hope I have held to, that the children of the dear wood might be restored, their families healed. Let us bring Hylia's restoration to this country. I would hear what the other gods have to
Wait.
say first.
I'm not done with you.
Who is this that speaks in anger?
It's not often that any of our kind get the chance to speak to their... What should I call you? My mother? Father? Those words seem to fall short and yet be too generous, given our history.
You are angry with me.
What did you expect? Should I be happy? To be like this? To live like this? What kind of creator does this to her creation and abandons it in a world this cruel?
Should I have plucked you from your home, wrapped you in my wings, and brought you to a nest like this one? Some tranquil and harmonious place far from the war chants and battle dances you love so well. Tell me what you want.
All I've ever wanted from any of your kind is to take some responsibility. Any responsibility for what you've done. To us. To every one of the children you've abandoned.
You're a son of ferocity, and one I love well. I hear your furor and rage, and it is music. Your prowess and valor leave a trail like a tapestry upon the world. I would not dampen your song, even with the comfort of my wings.
What does that mean? Come back here! I should have known I'd never get any answers out of her. I'm done.
Right to Galloway. Owl back. Something leaps from the bushes. The beast looks at you. Gleaming fangs protrude from the sides of its mouth. Its nose twitches as it inhales your scent. Its starting at your shoulder and proceeding down the length of your arm. Oh, its nose to your hand, which is covered in blood. The tongue is red and meaty as a steak, lolls out of its mouth and swipes your bloody hand. Its lips curl into what looks like a smile. The beast looks back at you and it fixes you with glowing eyes, its muzzle retreating into a long, bearded face, and its pointed ears lengthen, dropping to the sides of its head. What was a massive hound becomes a giant of a man, his broad, muscled shoulders draped with furs. He holds a flint knife to your neck and grins, revealing a row of long, pointed teeth. That's one way to make an introduction.
The lioness reigns still, and soon her cubs will rise. Why did you strike the bear down?
Found an advantage and held it.
Strength begets strength. The mighty seize an advantage in their jaws and do not let go. They shake and wring it, puncture its arteries with sharpened fangs. Blood whets their appetite.
Lets out a howl that rings through the air. He lowers his head, puffs of steam rising from his panting mouth. Twigs crunch and branches snap. The ground shivers under the weight of pacing, growling, prowling footsteps. A dozen beasts, bears, wolves, and long-fanged cats stalk out of the undergrowth, their matching amber eyes fast on you. Magnificent. As the beasts encircle you, their master rises to his feet. Even the largest of the bears can only reach his browned and muscle-knotted shoulders. You stand, mindful of the arena predators surrounding you.
You sought and won the favor of Galawain. What new prey do you now pursue?
Must stop Theos Ix Arcanon from feeding thousands of souls to Woedica. A sudden blast of heat scalds your face, and even as you turn away, a flash of light sears your vision through your eyelids. When you look back, you see a woman in full plate standing next to Galawain.
So you know. No doubt one of the others has already enlisted you, and with a different purpose. Nevertheless, hear us.
Track Theos. Follow the trail he has left for you, and corner him in sun and shadow.
You have hired out your strength in the service of others, Watcher. Now we ask that you employ your talents for the benefit of all of the Deerwood. You must stop Theos before he empowers Woedica.
And if you do, you will have a different decision to make.
Oh, Abaddon showed up too. Experience with superior officers tells me this decision has a right and a wrong answer as far as a lot of you are concerned.
Souls were ripped from the world, ripe and full and pulsing with essence. Scatter them like bones to a pack of dogs. Their essence will strengthen the souls of the Deerwood. Let the remains of the dead feed the survivors.
Why would I feed the Lost Soul's essence to the rest of the Deerwood?
To breed strength. Power is born from the mixing of essence and blood.
The wolf snarls.
What
snap.
Theos did cannot be undone. Thousands of lives have changed, and thousands more have ended because of his actions. But transformation gives purpose to trial.
And improvement is the goal of all Kith. Long lives, prosperous futures, stronger minds and bodies. Strengthening those who remain will help repair the damage that Theos has done to the Deerwood.
If she can accomplish this, then maybe she deserves her victory. The bear at Galawain's side rushes on its hind legs and roars. It falls back on all fours with a ground-shaking thud. Galawain points his chipped flint
A
dagger at you.
victory that leaves her ruler of all. No room for conflict, no struggle, not even between the gods.
Be careful what you wish for, mortal. Woedica's ways are regressive. Her laws never change, her authority never ebbs, and she never forgets a slight.
Woedica would crush the Deerwood simply out of vengeance for the rebellion against Adir, her favorite. She would stamp out Animanzers, Godslayers from the Saints' War, and anyone else she viewed as heretical or dangerous.
Given the previous attempts on our lives with Leaden Key, we should assume that includes us. Oh, I've got to
And
find
when you
Theos.
descend the pit to sun in shadow, you can count on our assistance to see you safely through. As I hope we can count on yours when you reach the bottom. There are many souls upon the burial isle that are sworn to serve us. They belong to you now, and they shall guide your descent.
Beware the promises of a God Watcher. They are binding, but only in one direction. The beasts grow restless, pawing the ground and eyeing you with renewed interest. The bear sniffs at the ground next to your leg. Once Stalgar skulks into the circle, its amber eyes glowing. Yellowing hurls his knife between your feet, sinking it to its handle. He raises his empty hand.
Hunt him, mortal. And when you stop him, let the souls he has captured feed the Deerwood.
Strengthen the souls of those who remain. Prepare them to face the challenges that will follow. Pledge that you will do this, and we will grant you a power fit for the finest warrior who ever lived.
Betray us, and my beasts shall track you down. Our allegiance is not to be accepted and cast aside.
Consider and calculate, but decide.
And falls, the growling pack lunges into the circle. The vision vanishes in an instant, returning you to Tyr of Ron.
Oh?
Okay, so one would have us use the souls to
Indeed.
strengthen everyone else. The other would have us use the souls to return them to their original place. Beast of Winter. A man, emaciated and almost naked, huddles at the beast's legs. His body is scored with lash marks, and his nose and ears have been carved from his face. His black eyes pierce to the whiteout. The Urox stops and stands before you, enveloping you in the violent blizzard that surrounds it. Though its mouth does not move, the beast speaks in a deep,
A
thunderous
clan
voice.
of Glamfelin ventured from the Whitevat Wens to find the crack in the ice. When you sealed it, you damned their souls to a slow weathering here. One they had sought to escape.
The souls will eventually break down.
Entropy is not the sudden, violent combustion of heat and flame. It is a slow progression. Fragment by fragment, the elements wear even the mountains to dust.
Bane. Andra. A great crack echoes across the white expanse. Slice spits at your feet. At your feet, waves lapping to
The
the rift.
Watcher seeks something long lost. What is it you search for?
The thousands of souls that Theos has
Theos
stolen.
has removed these souls from the cycle. They are ice melting in the sun. Let them fade.
Let them forget this world and be forgotten by it.
Take the souls she so desires and grind them into dust. Let her see her careful schemes thoroughly ruined.
The last one sounded a little nastier than the other two. Several seconds, the waves wash quietly against the ice, and the Urox stands silently amidst the churning flurries.
It is the destiny of all things to crumble and join the chaos that follows this world. Some seek it willingly, as you have
To mingle, roiled and stirred by the tides of the universe. It is not an unkind fate.
You would give these souls the very fate you sought to deny the Glamfelin pilgrims.
I am the beast of winter. I neither speed nor alter my path for the whims and desires of Kith. I take souls at the time of my choosing, be it mote by mote or in a sudden tempest of chaos.
These souls, they have already forgotten their place in this world. They have been lost to existence. Let them be memorialized and mourned for an age and then forgotten entirely. When
seek
you
them out.
reach the burial isle, we will send lost souls to guide you through the pit. This is our gift to you. What you do after you face Theos will be your choice, but we would have you set the stolen essence adrift.
And whether you would heed us or no, understand that our end comes to all things eventually. Help us achieve it, and we shall reward you now with a power to rival Theos's.
But do not choose lightly. We forget nothing, least of all a betrayal.
I
Do
what the
not
others have
wait
to say.
forever. We wait, but Theos does not.
Experience a dizzying, exhilarating disorientation, oblivious to the landscape around you and even the reality of your own body. You hear a noise that could be the shrieking winds or Skyne's screeching crackle, and then it recedes with everything else. Room Grand reappears in the distance, trudging away from you, and the whiteout follows him. Yes, that was Room Grand. We have only Barath left. The short, frail figure waiting for you. At first, you think it's another vision of Archdruid Ristine, but then you notice the figure's skeletal frame and rictus grin. He stands in front of another skull gate, but way leads down, not onward. Beckons for you to approach. Behind you is a woman, her skin milk pale against her black hair. She wears a suit of armor so dark it seems to suck the light from the stars. The road winds up a mountain behind her.
A toll, traveler.
We'll pay the night. Drop a few coppers into her hand. She closes her fist around the coins, uses to feel a small weight added to your purse. The lord of this road demands a toll of all, but he lends generously that all might travel his road again. Behind her, the usher grins his lipless smile and waits. The road bores into the mountain, and you find yourself in a gigantic cavern. The ceiling curves up and away, and it's dotted with moisture. At this distance, the shining beads look like stars, clustered and scattered in constellations. The usher and the pallid knight lead you up a small trail carved in the edge of the cavern. Going to identical cave mouths wait up ahead, and you follow the usher to one of them. Standing at the edge and gazing down, you see an endless, ever-changing plain bisected by a road. Only then do you realize that you're no longer on the road. You follow the road to the point where it disappears below you, realize that you're standing on one of the eye sockets of a massive skull. The usher points to the road. Archdruid Ristine appears below you, just as you remembered him, stern and smooth skin. Yet with each step along the road he grows, swelling with blood and essence. His heavy steps become slower and slower until he stops altogether. His distended body fills the path
You
completely.
met a dwarf traveling this road. What did you do?
Lived on the blood of others, I saw justice done. Stood in place for too long, I merely set him moving again. Destiny of all mortals to die and fulfill the will of the gods. Lived many centuries, brought him a new life. Pallid Knight's flesh is taut against the skull. She nods once, barely dipping her chin.
Ever merciful, even when blood is shed. In this way, death is the agent of life.
The giant soul and body ruptures. The effect is like a dam bursting. Ghostly figures, as hazy and indistinct as wisps of smoke, continue along the cleared path. Some tumble and rush along, while others amble and drift, but all continue forward. That should direct your attention to another figure moving down the path. This time you see Hyovate Arona. She follows the road, her movements become slow and erratic. Her legs creak with each step, and her feet grow long, thick roots that burrow into the ground. She finally stops rooted
You
in place.
found a tree that had lived for centuries. Its roots were deep, and its boughs sheltered many. Why did you cut it down?
I enjoy cutting things down. It was unnatural. It couldn't sustain
Nothing
itself.
is self-sustaining. All draw their life's energy from the deaths of others. This is why all must remain part of the cycle of death and rebirth.
Body petrifies below, and the shimmering leaves of her hair blow down the path. You seek another who has lived his lives on the brink of the cycle. He sits on the inside of the wheel, observing its revolutions. With each life, he is plucked from the stream and returned to it intact. Why do you hunt Theos? He's entrapped thousands of souls for Wodoka. I've got to stop him from giving her absolute
If
power.
you know this much, then another god has already spoken with you and given you half of the answer.
Theos serves Wodoka. She desires an escape from her own cycle, power without decline. Theos has moved thousands of souls in the cycle so that their essence might empower her. You must stop him, and you must return them to the cycle. Why does Wodoka even need Theos' help? Why do you need mine, for that matter? The gods guide souls through the cycle of life, of death and rebirth, but Error is the domain of mortals. We stand aside, weights and counterweights. Were one to alter the tides of Kith, all would follow. We would tip this world from its axis. That is why Woka directs a mortal to do her bidding, why any who would stop Theos must be mortal as well. What end would it serve to send the souls back into the cycle? Sending these souls is a question of stability, Watcher, of maintaining the natural order of the world and the ebb and flow of the essence. Couldn't they be returned to Hollowborn? As battered, burdened things, do you mix soured wine with fresh? The kindness you seek lies in giving them a new beginning, not in shackling them to this life. Oh, that's actually kind of true. I didn't really think about that. Battle with these souls, perhaps it would be better to destroy them. The cycle is merciless, but it is not wasteful. Time and the endless procession of rebirths eventually grind souls into dust, but until then, they must pass from the world and return to it. A continuing movement advances the cycle forward. Surely there's a better alternative. Illusion of revolution is merely part of another cycle, and a painful one. True change has structure, geometry. It is the product of cycles within cycles, 1,000 gears spinning and moving the universe by degrees. Along with her seizing power. The cycle of Kith is a thing of balance, likewise the cycle of gods. We rise and fall in favor of mortals, only to fall and rise again, but Woka seeks the power to place herself outside this cycle. She would root herself and grow to the detriment of others. You can understand what you're telling me. I'll show you the motion of the universe, Watcher. See what this has to do with me. Theos builds a dam to divert water from a stream. The flow of thousands of souls will shape the world you live in, Watcher. It will also shape the world your soul returns to in its next lives.
No mortal can survive the descent into the pit. But there are souls on the burial isle that are pledged to me. I will grant them to you, and they shall bear you down safely, as well as light the way beyond.
A multitude appears at the other end of the road, raising their voices and kicking up dust as they make their way toward you. Turn into the cycle, Watcher. Promise that you will, and I shall give you power befitting the champion of death. Accept my favor, however, and I will demand this decision as your due. I collect from all mortals in time. Well, so we can, let's see, we can return them to the Hollowborn. But as Barath said, they may not be a very good option because they're going to be burdened with the damage and trouble that has been caused them. We can just return them to the cycle. We can feed them to everyone else around, reduce the number of souls, but ultimately strengthen those who live. Or we can destroy them outright. Definitely don't want to destroy them outright. I don't really want to feed them. Yeah, maybe we will return them to the cycle. Promise to return the souls to the cycle. So be it, Watcher. Do not forget your promise. The usher reaches out and places a bony hand in your forehead. His touch overwhelms you and you feel yourself expand. Blinded, you reach out, only to find another grasping hand of the same size and shape as yours reaching back. Unless you open your eyes again, you're standing in Tear of Ron, filled with Barath's power. And that completes all of the quests, because you could only complete one of them. So we got Barath's boon. What does that do? Defense against paralyzed attacks, defense against petrified attacks, and additional resolve. Huh. this is actually useless to me now because this is being granted from us from all of the other things, really. Athletics and dexterity. There, that's good actually, because that's not weakening anything specific. Okay, well, having accomplished that. Oh, I see. Andros, Rimgran, and Skynes support over there. Barath and Hylia stand alone. And then it's Abaddon, Galloway, and Magran together over there.
Consider
Is it possible to get all of them? You can't obviously promise all of them.
The bargain is struck, Watcher. Keep your
Legend sinks a hatchet into your chest. You cry out, but the pain passes quickly. Energy and power seep through the wound, and when Galloway withdraws, the flesh knits again and contains something warm and pulsing with power. Okay, so what did that one do? Let's see what all of them do, and then I actually might change my decision. Stealth, damage reduction, and damage reduction.
You return.
Soul's entropy advances toward you, engulfing you in wind and snow. As its shadow falls over you, so does a terrible pain. Your body freezes and shatters, expanding to millions and billions of fragments. As it does, the pain recedes, and in its place is power and awareness of all things. What did that one do? Oh no, Blooded Hunter was something else, I think. Rimgran's boon. Survival and Constitution. Oh, are they overriding each other? I think they're overriding each other. Yeah, Blooded Hunter I got from something else. Okay, so they override each other. I think I like Barath the most, so we're gonna stick with that one. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. I have been Falcon, your host, and I will see you all next time. This has been Pillars of Eternity, and, well, I'll see you all later. Take it easy, have a good day, please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye, folks.